Hello, YouTube. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry. I am on here to share about the support those people who they buy violent hip hop lyrics and they try to justify it. The people who support lyrics that promote death and destruction and try to justify it. People who go out and buy these digital albums that purchase the digital these dig these digital albums. Okay, people that support violent hip hop lyrics and try to justify it. And then that'd be the same people that say that they don't like violence. People who support hip hop lyrics that promote break, but they try to justify it because they so in love. People are so in love with violent hip hop lyrics. They live for that. People who go to the digital store and they buy violent hip hop lyrics and they don't care what they put in their ear. They don't care. People who support these rappers and support the violent message, okay, and think it's ain't nothing wrong and try to justify it. There is a way of life that looks harmless. There is a way of life that looks harmless. Surely people appear to be having a good time, but all the laughter will end in heartbreak. The lyrics in hip hop today are heartbreaking what they rapping about. And even in the 90s, it was heartbreaking what they rapping about. But the people, the supporters, people who buy these lyrics, these people are numb. They're numb to the truth of God. People are so in love with violent hip hop lyrics. They would justify it. They would try hard to take up for these people. And the lifestyle that the rapper is promoting, this to get money in his pocket, this to get people to listen to his digital album, is not real life. It's make believe. But people are buying into it though. People who support lyrics, hip hop lyrics that promote heartbreak. People got their trunk banging, listening to violent hip hop lyrics every single day. But yet, people who listen to those lyrics try to go and tell their kids not to do wrong, but yet they're promoting violence. The supporters, the supporters who buy these hip hop lyrics, they supporting doing wrong too. Then when something happened to the rapper that they listening to, everybody's crying, "Oh, stop the violence." That's being a hypocrite. You saying stop the violence, but you helping the rapper promote violence. They're helping the rapper in his lyrics. They're celebrating doing wrong. Those who celebrate doing wrong. The Bible talks about celebrate doing wrong, and that's what they're doing. When you turn on those lyrics, they celebrate doing wrong. They celebrate evil and wickedness. They celebrate it. It says right here about celebrating. So people who listen to those lyrics are celebrating doing wrong. Those who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the perverse and evil, they take pleasure in doing wrong. So when they turn on violent hip hop lyrics, they celebrate and doing wrong. I'm talking about the people who buy these albums and they try to justify it. They go all up and down the street in their car and they repeat all them violent lyrics. That is celebrating doing wrong. But then that be the main people who buy violent albums, violent lyrics, be the main one talking about stop the violence. That's a hypocrite. There are hypocrites all over this world. Hypocrites who buy this stuff. Hypocrites. There's hypocrites everywhere. Talking about they don't want violence, but they supporting it. When you put in that digital album and that man is degrading women, calling women out their name, and you support what he doing, you put money in his pocket, cussing, calling women out their name. But then when something happened to these rappers, when something happened to these hip hop rap artists, everybody's crying, talking about stop the violence. We don't want any more violence. But you supporting it. You're supporting what's tearing down our community. Those lyrics is more than music. It's more than a song. It's more than entertainment. Entertainment ain't important. People who delight in doing wrong, and people take pleasure in listening to violent hip-hop lyrics. And if you try to say something about the violent hip-hop lyrics they listening to, or they'll try to justify it. They'll try to justify the wrong. So people who support lyrics, lyrical content that promote heartbreak, it's heartbreaking what the rappers are rapping about. It's heartbreaking. But people continue to go to the concert, continue to support this rapper who's promoting violence every day, and you continue to try to take up for him. But then when something happened to this rapper that you're listening to, now everybody's crying, talking about stop the violence. People who buy violent hip hop lyrics are supporting doing wrong every day. They supporting it, but they be the main ones crying on the ground. Oh, he was so nice. He bought turkeys. He did this. Cause I give out turkeys in the hood don't mean that they doing right. So those who delight in doing wrong, they take pleasure in doing wrong. They celebrate. So those who go out, I'm talking about the hip hop supporters. Some people don't care what they put in their ear. People don't care what goes on inside of their mind. They don't care. People so in love with violent hip hop lyrics, they don't care what go on inside of here. They don't care about sitting up listening to a hip hop album, a digital album where the man is degrading women, because they numb. The hip hop supporters are numb. They numb. They're numb to the truth of God. They're numb. They're numb. That's why they try to take up for these rappers. That's why they try to take up. And what you put inside your mind can affect you. So celebrating, they take pleasure in doing wrong. I'm talking about the supporters. They support doing wrong, but they be the main ones saying, and they be the main ones talking about that they don't like violence. But you supporting that when you turn on the rapper who's calling women out their name, you're celebrating violence with him. Said you don't like the violence in the community. You're celebrating doing wrong through those lyrics. Mostly all the hip hop albums out today, they celebrate doing wrong. But the supporter that's listening to it, they numb to the truth of God. People are numb to the truth of God. They're numb. They're so numb. I pray for the supporters, because what they are rapping about in hip hop, there's a way of life that seems harmless, but it ends in heartbreak. Those lyrics are leading people straight to hell. But people keep justifying it, talking about freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. What they saying ain't no freedom. What they saying can lead you straight to the penitentiary. Those lyrics. I can't have this conversation with everybody because everybody ain't open. Because people are so in love with violent lyrics. People celebrate doing wrong in hip hop, then turn around and cry when something happens. Bye bye.